of him putting his hand on the ground. You can have the reaction of him hitting his shoulder to the ground, okay, and him being super flexible. But for now, he's gonna kind of lay back on his shoulder like he's accepting the position and accepting guard and laying back. So as I go for my upward grip and thumb inside grip, I come around the corner and I get this reaction out of my opponent, okay? So I'm gonna stay with this grip. This is my stretching grip. If I let go of this grip as I come around the corner, his knee comes in and now he's blocking. So it's a simple mechanism to keep his legs stretched out. He can't have his legs stretched out and block me with frames, okay? Because if he blocks me with frames, his arms separate from his knees and I can now get inside that space. Does that make sense? So I'm just kind of elongating his leg. In this case, really, I'm just pinning it and I never let go of it. If he concedes to his back, right? He concedes to his back, he come here, I get this reaction out of him. Well, now I don't have to do that. So I can try and come in straight right here, but his guard can get a little bit involved still. You guys are more than welcome to come inside here, but I'd like you to shuffle all the way around to north-south and try and get towards him here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprawl my hips on his shoulder. You may make it to his other shoulder, and that's fine. Toes out, hips down for the beginners. There's no particular, right? But I don't want you up on your knees with a bunch of space, so I want the subconscious habit of sprawling on his shoulder, stopping the person's shoulders from turning in and wrestling out of this, getting a guard, inverting, all of that. Super simple reaction. I come to the side, I come here, he goes to guard, I start to lay his leg out as far as possible, so the last thing I let go of, and then I control his hips and or shoulders, or hips, or double shoulders, however you landed, but I wouldn't change. I'd stretch, land, collect, collect. Good to go? Super simple. 2 times each and switch. Ready, set. Okay, so I need you to understand that if the bottom person doesn't use their frames at maximum, you're gonna get that person to fall on your face. So you better stick your arms out, kids. All right, sit up, pay attention when I'm talking. You need to extend your arms hardcore. I'm in this position we just did. He concedes to his back. Then he starts to frame on my hips. And I put my hands on his knees. If Evan, I won't smash Evan, but if Evan removes his hands, I'm gonna fall right into position. His hands are his last resort. We've already gone past his guard. His guard is out of play. He's already felt like he can't have knee to elbow connection because it's separated. And then as I get here, my hand's so close to the knee, as I come around the corner and feel his hands on my hips, my hands go to the knees. He sure as heck ain't getting no guard back in front of me now. You may come into counter of being able to fight some shins sometimes, some toes sometimes, but then I would like to ultimately get to the knees. I'm gonna wiggle. I have my weight on him. I'm gonna wiggle so that it's unpredicted movement for Evan and it makes me drop down into that same position we were in. You can violently wiggle, but we don't need to do that right now. Or you will drop your hips right on their face. So I would wiggle super fast in competition or a fight. Right now we'll go slow, so you don't smash your hip bones on their eyeballs, right? So again, we're going to our leg pin with the arms. I come around the corner, he conceded this time. I still have my hand on the leg, remember that? I come around the corner, I feel his hands are already on my hips, right? He can't keep them on my shoulders because my shoulders start going towards his legs. So he has to go towards my lower body now. Now I'm here like this and I'm pushing his knees away. I'd love for him to be on the ground. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Don't land straight on his face. Land with your hips on one shoulder like we just did. Collect his hips.